What's going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we're back with another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're doing a Pokemon speed run. Once again, we're on Pokemon Emerald, and today's speed run subject, from the title as you guys can see, will be the box art Pokemon Rayquaza. Now, many speed runs obviously opt in using Rayquaza after a little while. They catch the Pokemon from the Sky Pillar and they use it throughout their runs. This time, we are going to use it from the start, from the get-go. We are using Rayquaza as a starter Pokemon, and we're going to try to see how fast we can beat the game using it. We're also going to measure our time at the end to actual world record holders, and surprisingly, this run is actually pretty good. You guys gotta stay tuned for that. And if you guys are excited for this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas and other speed runs you guys want me to do in the comments down below, and also leave a subscribe if you guys are not already, and as well drop some nicknames for my Pokemon challenge video, because every single video I'll be nicknaming a Pokemon after you guys from the previous challenge videos, so hopefully I'll pick your comment. Anyways, let's get into the speedrun itself. Now, the speedrun itself is actually pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think I'm a speed demon. Rayquaza, unfortunately, does not learn that many good moves leveling up, which is kind of surprising, but we gotta make do with that. You know, Rayquaza is just, you know, one of the best legendaries ever created. You know, he even has a broken Mega. I mean, that is banned from the highest tier you can get, which technically, well, we can't use that one, but it is broken. One thing I know is Rayquaza really gains XP very slowly. As you can see, I am trying to avoid as many trainers as I can, but all the required trainers are giving me barely any XP. As we head into the tutorial of catching, this is the slowest part of the game. The game speeds up way quicker once you get through the first few gyms, but as you can see, we're trying to avoid as many trainers as we can. And heading into around Petalburg Forest, we are barely reaching level 7. We gain a move starting at level 15, and after that every 5 levels, so that's what we're looking at for moves. We're heading into Rustboro City, which is going to be the rock type gym, and there is very little actual XP we can get. We're going to actually head into the first gym, 3 levels under level, the first Pokemon of Roxanne, which is going to be 9. We're gonna be level 9 going into, but luckily we actually have a move called Twister, and Twister actually is a crazy move. It actually flinches most of the time in this gym. As you can see, we got a crit and knock out the Geodude. As well, we are able to live nose past Rock Tomb and knock it out using a Twister as we beat Roxanne. Okay, I gotta admit something. This is not my first attempt. This is the best run I've had. I had multiple runs going into Roxanne. I'm losing against Roxanne, so that is why we have such a good attempt against Roxanne, because we're trying to use the best attempt we can against her. Anyways, we're gonna get back to Wingo for our little boat friend over here, and we're gonna head into Dewford Island. We're gonna run straight into Dewford Island's gym, which is against Brawly, and Brawly is going to get clapped down by this Rayquaza. Rayquaza is going mental against him. As you can see, I 3-shot the Machop. I'm not going to lose any HP against the Meta-type right here, and then we're going to face off against the Makuhita. I'm able to knock it out pretty easily because, I mean, the Vital Throw doesn't do any damage against me, and I knock it out using a Twister. As you can see, we've clearly beat Brawly, and that's 2 gyms down. We're actually going to teach our Rayquaza bulk up at one point, which is going to be very, very useful. And we're going to head into the Dewford Island cave. We're going to find Steven Stone in here, give him the letter, and use the escape rope to minimize the time in here. From here, we're running into Slateport City. We're going to give the Devon goods to the scientists over here, beat down the Aqua members over there as well, and then head into this route, which is very annoying. The route north of Slateport City is very annoying because it has Minums, and there's double battles, and there's a bunch of electric types that I can't really hit that well, because you can see my Rayquaza is not that strong against electric and steel types at the moment. Speaking of that, since we're gonna be fighting against electric and steel types, we're gonna face off against Watson in Malwo City's gym. Malwo City's gym is going to be the electric gym, and it's going to be very annoying. As you can see, I'm starting off with my Rayquaza against his Voltorb. I'm going to use bulk up. As you can see, I gain a lot of defense and a lot of attack boost from here. I'm able to heal myself because, you know, that's what speedrunners do. I continuously use bulk up as it's self-destructed and does barely any damage against me, so I'm good with that. From there, I one-shot the Electrite, which is great for us. We get paralyzed, which is very annoying. Against the Magneton, we are going to we get it down very easy. Ancient Power knocks it out. And next up will be the Manectric. I heal myself one time. It's going to shock with me. I live it. Ancient Power will knock it out, as you can see from there. And Watson is done and dusted. I'm going to catch myself a Meryl, which is west of Malwo City, because I need an HM slave. Unfortunately, I did not remember to nickname the Pokemon after you guys. But, well, at least we got one nickname. Since we got Meryl, we're able to learn all the HMs we can. And we're going to head into Fall Over Town, and then head into Meteor Falls right here, and then face off against Maxie at Mount Chimney. We're gonna beat Maxie very easily, as you can see from here, and head into Lava Ridge Town. Lava Ridge Town will be home of the next gym, and the Fire Gym specifically. Now, our team is not the best, as in Rayquaza is not the best Pokemon at the moment because it's very on the level. One thing for Rayquaza, it gains a lot of boosting moves. So Dragon Claw unfortunately does not kill Numel, which is interesting. I'm gonna start setting up bulk ups right in front of it now. I Ancient Power and knock it out. I am trying to get them to waste all their moves because, I mean, the strongest hitting move they have is Overheat, so that's not the worst thing. Ancient Power will knock out the Slugma, and then the Camera comes out next. I'm able to knock it out using 2 Ancient Power, as barely does any damage with his tackle. I don't know why he uses tackle anyways. Once the Torgo comes out, that's the only threat. Ancient Power doesn't even do half to it, which is scary because I have a bulk up. Dragon Claw does not finish things off as it uses a Hyper Potion, and I'm wasting more time. But 2 Dragon Claws will knock it out. I'm not too sure why I didn't start with that in the first place. But that's completely fine. We beat Flannery, which is, you know, not the worst thing in the world. Pretty good time. From here, we're actually going to go back all the way to Petalburg City, and we're going to face against Norman. We're going to clear through the gyms pretty easily, and then we're going to head against Norman, which is going to start off using a Spinda against us. I'm going to use my Rayquaza and bulk up right in front of it, and then it's going to try to use Facade. It's going to teeter dance me once, but I'm able to break through the confusion very easily and hit it with an Ancient Power. As you can see, Vigoroth comes out next. I'm able to hit it with an Ancient Power, break through the confusion. I don't kill it, which is unfortunate. Well, it is what it is. I hit it once more time with the Ancient Power, knocks it out. Linoon comes out. Ancient Power is going to knock that thing out as well. Each time the Slacking is trying to attack, it's going to try to use Counter, as I'm boosted up and I'm a pretty strong Pokemon from here. Unfortunately for it, I'm going to use bulk up on his attacking turns, and during his sleeping turns, during his shroom turns, I'm going to be hitting it with Secret Power. One time I actually paralyzed it, and I'm able to knock it out using a second one with a crit. It is a bad move on my part. I got rid of bulk up for Dragon Dance, which isn't that necessary because I believe I would have outspeed anything anyways, but it is what it is. Anyways, we beat Norman, which is great. We get Surf, and we're going to teach that on an HM Slave. From here, we're going to head into the Weather Fortress east of Malwo City, near Fortress City, and we're going to beat down Shelly. Team Aqua is trying to overthrow the weather facility as I break it up, and we got a cast for him for our work. I'm not going to get myself a cast for him at all, so that is useless for me at the moment. From here, we're going to fight against May once we beat the Weather Fortress. May's team is pretty garbage. As you can see, I'm half HP at this moment, and I still beat her team fairly easily. As you can see, her Lombre is doing no work. Secret Power does knock everything out really easily as the Marshtomp misses his move, and I'm able to beat it. From here, we're going to head into Fortress City. Fortress City will be home of the Flying type gym, and there are some double battles in here which are pretty annoying, I'm not going to lie, but I'm able to get through them very easily. I'm able to also train up my Rayquaza to a decent level 33. I'm going to fight off against Winona, the Flying type gym leader, which is going to start off using a Swablu against me. I'm going to Ancient Power it, which is pretty nice, trying to avoid any Parasong traps. As it sends out its Altaria, I'm going to Dragon Claw it. I'm two-shot it as it Dragon Dances against me. Dragon Breath does not paralyze me, which is great for me. Dragon Claw knocks it out in one shot, and that's fairly simple. As Tropius comes on next, I am going to Ancient Power and crit it and knock it out, which is okay. We're just going to take that. Pelipper comes out. It's not going to protect on the first turn, which is confusing. So I hit it as hard as I could with Ancient Power, and then the second time it's going to use Protect and keeps protecting against me, which is annoying, but I'm going to Dragon Claw it at some point and beat it. Finally, her Skarmory will come out, and her Skarmory is the worst Pokemon. Luckily, I do paralyze it and do knock it out using Dragon Claw, but it does get very confusing and very annoying. From here, we're going to go southeast of Fortress City into the rainy route, where we're going to avoid all the trainers we can as best as we can. Head into Lily Cove City, and then head back into Mount Pyre to set a hub at Lily Cove. You know, quick speedrunner tips and tricks. I actually never seen an Emerald speedrun, which is the funniest thing. I don't remember what we do in an Emerald speedrun at all, but I know for sure they use Rayquaza, I know that, and they use a lot of X attacks and X specials, I believe. From here, I'm going to teach myself Fly on my Rayquaza, which isn't the most necessary thing, but I mean, I need a fast travel. I'm going to head into Lava Ridge Town and head into the Magma Hideout, which is very required. We're going to face off against the Magma Hideout pretty well. We're going to get the PB Max, which we don't use, into the very end of the game, which I don't know why I did that. From there, we're actually going to face off against Maxie. Maxie's team is going to be very ass, as Fly knocks out his final Pokemon, which is Crobat, and we beat Maxie, which is very simple. From here, we're going to head into the Team Aqua hideout in Lily Cove City. We're going to beat down everything there, and then Archie's going to escape. As we go east of Lily Cove City into Moss Deep City. Moss Deep City will be home of the next gym, which is the 7th gym, which is also Tate and Liza. Every time we do this, Tate and Liza must be the most annoying pair in the entire game. From here, we're going to use Meryl and Rayquaza in a combination battle. You can see I'm trying to paralyze the Claydol in this situation and then send in my cast form against him. I'm able to use an X attack on my Rayquaza, and I'm just going to sacrifice my cast form there. As you can see from here, I'm going to one-shot the Xatu with Ancient Power as I have an X attack up. The Claydol is going to get paralyzed, which is great for me. And then the Ancient Power will knock out the next Lunatone. I'm going to take a little chip damage here and there, but I'm able to 3-shot the Lunatone in the face using Ancient Power, as the Claydol still gets paralyzed and it's not doing too much. I thought the Claydol actually has a rock move. It turns out it doesn't. It's going to hit me hard with a Psychic. I'm going to heal myself up, and then the next move I use is a Secret Power, which will knock out the Claydol. From here is a 1v1 using my Rayquaza against the Solrock. I'm going to use Secret Power against the Solrock. I'm going to paralyze the Solrock, which is fun. Then I'm going to knock it out using a second Secret Power, which is great for us. And that is it for Tate and Liza. We've completely walled his team, which is interesting. We beat Tate and Liza using a level 40 Rayquaza. Granted, it is a Rayquaza, but I mean, level 40 is pretty good. From here, we're actually going to face off against Tabitha and Maxie in the Moss Deep Space Center. We're going to do a pick 3 battle, which is very common in Radical Red, the previous game we played. Anyways, we're going to use our Rayquaza, and our Rayquaza is actually going to go down as our Meryl gets the free XP, and we lose a lot of time because it tries to begin evolving, which I didn't know it evolves that early. Anyways, from here, we're going to head into the Team Aqua Submarine. We're going to get the TM for Earthquake, which is going to be very useful going forward, and then we're going to fight against Archie. Archie is going to be a very annoying battle, but we get through it pretty well. We beat down his Sharpedo at the end, and the Kyogre starts teleporting away. And then we're going to find them in Sutobla City fighting against each other. We're going to go get Rayquaza just like normal. And then Rayquaza is going to save the day, as you can see, even though he's in my party. I don't know what's going on here, but there's multiple Rayquazas. I think everyone's confused and scared. From here, though, everything's resolved, and the big team, the big evil organization crime thing is over. And we're going to head into our final gym, which is against Juan. Juan is going to be the water-type gym leader. And I've never fought the gym leaders below him because, I mean, that's a waste of time at all times. Even in normal challenge videos, I think I skipped over his trainers at the bottom because it's just so much work going back and forth. Anyways, Juan's going to start out with a Love This as I start off with my Rayquaza. I'm going to use an X attack constantly as it tries to Sweet Kiss me. It's going to get me confused, which is fine. He does no damage with his Water Pulse. As I got fully boosted using an X attack, and I'm able to break out of confusion and knock it out using a Secret Power. As the Love This goes down, it's going to send out a Kingdra next. I'm able to one-shot it using Fly, because Fly knocks out the Kingdra in one shot, which is really nice. From there, I'm able to knock out the Celio in one shot using Ancient Power, and the Whiscash comes out, Secret Power, knock it out in one shot, and the Crawdon will get killed in one shot using a Secret Power. So we beat Juan, which is very interesting. We're making really good time. At this point, I'm about 2 hours and a half in, which is pretty good. From here, we're actually going to head into the Victory Road, where we're going to fight against Wally. Wally's going to be a very annoying prospect. We're going to knock out his Altera easily. And then I taught Waterfall to my Rayquaza, trying to get into Victory Road so we get through all the little puzzles. We're going to beat down Wally pretty easily as his team falls down fairly fast. His Gardevoir does live an attack, but I'm able to two-shot it, and we beat Wally. From there, we are going to be done with the Victory Road. As we leave, we're going to do some maintenance. We're going to get all the items we can. We're going to delete some moves from our Rayquaza. I'm not going to need Fly or any of that. And then we're going to head into the first Elite Four member, which is against Sydney. Sydney is going to be the Dark type Elite Four member. I'm actually going to not start out with my Rayquaza first. I'm going to use my HM Slave Meryl against it. I'll let Meryl die first and then send in my Rayquaza. And then I'm going to start breaking all his Pokemons. Mightyena goes down without my attack being lowered. I'm going to break down the Absol. That's a tongue twister. Shiftry comes out next. I'm going to knock it out in one shot as well. And as well, the next Pokemon will be his Cacturne. I'm going to knock it out in one shot and break. And then finally, Crawdon will get just destroyed in one shot. And that's the only use of break. Next up will be Phoebe, which is going to be the Ghost type Elite Four member. I assume it was going to be pretty easy. I was kind of scared because most of the ghost type are kind of scary. They have utility moves, and one of the Dusclops has Ice Beam, so I was kind of freaked out. Anyways, I used my Rayquaza to start off the battle. I'm gonna use an X special to start off. It's gonna keep using Protect against me, so I started using X specials as much as I can, and eventually I just realized it doesn't do anything besides using Protect. So Dragon Claw will eventually break through it and knock it out in one shot, and the next Dusclops comes out is gonna get one shot at using a Dragon Claw, and the next Pokemon will be Bayonet, one shot to the face, another Sableye, and then boom, Bayonet goes down, and Phoebe is destroyed because she decided to use Protect against me for no reason, just attack me. If you use, I was worried about it using Curse because I just needed to switch out at that point, but luckily we do beat it, and we're gonna fight against Glacia. This is finally when we're gonna use the PP max on our Rayquaza. We're gonna get our Ancient Power to the maximum PP, and we're gonna fight against Glacia. Glacia is gonna be the Ice type Elite Four member, and she's gonna start off using her Celio. It's gonna use Ice Ball against me as I use an X attack, boost up my attack. Obviously, Ancient Power does knock it out in one shot, which is great for us. It's gonna send out a Glalie next. Ancient Power will knock it out in one shot as well. It's gonna then send out his next Celio. Ancient Power does knock it out in one shot, and then next the Glalie. That thing gets the one shot it. But the Walrein comes out. I'm not able to actually one shot it as it lives in my attack pretty well. Next, I send in my Cast Form. I revive my Rayquaza in the back. Unfortunately, Cast Form goes down pretty easily, and then I send my Rayquaza. It'll one shot it. Oh, two shot it technically, and we beat Glacia pretty easily, pretty standard, not gonna lie. From there, we're gonna heal up our Rayquaza and head into the next Elite Four member, which is going to be Drake. Drake is going to be the Dragon type Elite Four member. Unfortunately for him though, he starts off the battle using a Shell Gun that only uses Protect, just like the Dusclops, just constantly using Protect against me, and I'm able to Dragon Claw it, and I'm able to knock it out in one shot, and that's the rest of the battle. Altara goes down to one shot, the Flygon goes down to one shot, which is just painful to watch. Salamence goes down to one shot as well, and then finally the Kingdra comes out, and it's dead. That's it for the Kingdra. From here, we're going to do a little maintenance. We are going to obviously use Elixir. We're going to teach Rayquaza Earthquake and Shockwave right here, because the next battle will be against the champion, which is Wallace. Wallace can be a bit stronger than I expected, so I'm going to heal my Marrow and my Cast Form just in case. And then I'm going to start off the battle using my Rayquaza against his Warlord. This battle surprisingly went pretty well. He's going to start his Warlord first. I'm going to use Shockwave. I'm going to two-shot it. As it misses Blizzard, I'm able to knock it out in two shots. Since I was Tentacle, here comes Earthquake. Earthquake is able to one-shot it right in here in his face. Next up, since I was Milotic, Shockwave actually doesn't do any damage at all. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm stumped. Luckily, Earthquake is actually able to do more than half, and the Milotic is able to knock me out. As I use a Revive on my Rayquaza, and Ice Beam does knock my Marrow out. I'm going to send in my Rayquaza Earthquake once more, knocks it out in a one shot. The Gyarados comes out, it's going to waste a lot of time here. Shockwave does not kill it in one shot. It's going to Dragon Dance. It's going to full restore. I'm going to Shockwave it. It's going to full restore. I'm going to Shockwave it. It's going to full restore, and then I crit it, and then I'm able to knock out the Gyarados. And then the Ludicolo comes out. I'm able to kind of, it wasted a lot of time, but I'm able to knock it out in 3 hits using my Dragon Claw, which is completely fine with me. Ludicolo goes down. Witchcast comes out next. I'm able to hit it once, send in my Cast Form, revive my Rayquaza. I'm not able to knock it out in one shot as the full restore heals it all the way up. Earthquake is gonna get it whittled down, and finally it runs out of full restore, so I'm able to Dragon Claw it, and I'm able to knock it out, and that is time. So the time actually ends after the final Pokemon is dead, so I'm not too sure what that was. I think it was 3 hours and 7 minutes. So the final time in game is 3 hours and 10 minutes, which is surprising. We did pretty well actually. I gotta contribute this entirely to Rayquaza. Rayquaza really carried the entire game. If you guys cannot tell by my sarcasm, Rayquaza really carried the team. So anyways, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, or speed runs you want me to do just like this one. And also leave a subscribe if you guys are not already. My name's Ben Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day. I'm out. Peace.